Hey everyone, how's it going? Happy Saturday, and thank you so much for taking your own time to tune into this brand new series that I started last week with Anthony Perez and Richard G from Richard G Reviews. And this is Cinema Horror Stories. And this week I'm joined by two awesome guests. And one of the guests I haven't actually had on a live stream previously, and that is Q from Q Reviews. So Q, how you doing, man?
Yo, what up, Mike? Yo, super hyped to be here, man. Thanks for having me on. We talking movie horror stories. Such a great idea and concept that you have for this stream. So I'm very excited to be here. Thank you so much. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good one. Let's
Hell
get it.
yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, man. I'm so excited to have you on. And I've been wanting to collab with you for such a long time. And I'm just so glad that we've managed to make this happen. And again, just thank you for taking your time to be here. And my other guest today is a guy who I have spoke to in a live stream previously, but that was for his movie Sarah. And it is the one and only Tajaya from Blacktastic Media. So Tajaya, how are you doing, man?
Man, couldn't be better, man. Hanging out with a couple of friends. And this concept you came up with is brilliant. You will never lose content when it comes to this one, man. This is going to be fun, like Q said.
Right. Well, thank you both for just the kind words. And I've wanted to have you guys on the channel for a little while. So we're going to dive straight into it for a second. I will be back in 2 minutes because something's just happened downstairs. But just while I do that, Q, do you want to go first and just kind of tell everyone a little bit about what your channel is around?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, go handle your business, son.
All right. Okay, give me 2 minutes.
All right, cool. Yo. Welcome. We live. We doing it live with my boy Blacktastic News, the awesome filmmaker here. We got him here, son. You know, I'm just Q Review, a little humble boy from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? I got a little channel where I usually review movies. Love doing skits. Love making films. You know, like little short films. That's what I really love to do, and just putting myself out there. So usually I'm a one-man band. So I just go out to wherever with my camera and then like try to shoot skits, you know, short skits to make people laugh, make people feel good. Something that I enjoy doing for people. I hope people enjoy it as well. So that's what I really like doing. I really like films. So always reviewing films, you know, talking about films is my passion. I do it for absolutely free. So like, you know, I mean, it's just something I love to do, you know, and making films and things like that. I don't know. My channel is usually comedy. I shied away from doing reactions to stuff because I don't like dealing with the studios. You know what I'm saying? They give you copyright strikes and stuff like that. Right. Like, yo, I'm talking over this and like, and I think it's kind of, you know, I don't know. You know, it's kind of lazy content. If I'm being honest, you know what I'm saying? Like, like anybody can watch a trailer, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can watch a trailer. Like, why would you want to watch me watch a trailer? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've done them before. Like, you know what I'm saying? To try to catch on to these YouTube trends, though. But I'm in the back of my mind, like, I don't really like doing this because it's not really nothing I can add to it creatively wise. You know, I'd rather talk about it. I'd rather like watch the trailer, you watch it, and then we come back and talk about it.
There you go.
Cool. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Just like a movie review. But you know, no disses to people who do that. You know what I'm saying? But I like, for me as a content creator, I just don't. You know, I'm shying away from that type of content. You know. But I like having fun on my channel though. So yeah, is that 2 minutes? You want me to keep going?
No, man. Honestly, you're good. And you know, I can definitely respect your opinion about like the trailer reactions because you know, something that could be something that I would like to do also, like maybe in the future. The issue is, I don't know about you guys, but whenever I watch a trailer, my reactions is just
yeah.
You know, like I'm not like whoa, you know. So I wouldn't want to give that fake reaction. You know,
exactly.
I like to just enjoy the trailer, take it as it is, maybe discuss it, you know, end of story kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, for anyone who hasn't come over to Q, our Blacktastic channel, by the way, their links are in the description box. Please go subscribe to them. Q just released a video today, Streaming Wars 2022. And that is one of the funniest videos you will see this year. So good. Yeah, man, I love your channel. I love that you bring something different to your channel, and that video today was just so creative. I loved it. Really, really.
I thank you so much, man. I thank you so much. I used to live in Tennessee for around 15 years, so that character, the HBO guy, you know, like talks like this. Goddamn it, Zendaya with her little burrito. She put a little burrito on there. HBO Max. We winning time, baby. Winning time. Let's change the name to winning time, baby. You know, like that's where that guy comes from. I don't know. My wife had a wig. So I just put the wig on and a weird suit I had on. Like, that's how a lot of the concepts come up with. It just be stuff around the house I just fucking put on and become a character. Like, okay, this character is this. And then I really appreciate going back to those characters. Like, okay, Multiverse of Madness, all these people bring these people back. Why can't we bring our own characters back that we created, you know what I'm saying, and make different things about them? Because, you know, I really like that dude. He's my favorite. The HBO Max Warner Brothers CEO guy. Yeah, you'll. I think we'll be seeing him again too. So
Cool.
don't you worry, boy.
Awesome. I hope we see him again. So again, the link to Q's channel is in the description box below. And let's just head over straight to my next guest, who is to Jaya from Blacktastic Media. So this man, I don't know what he can't do, being honest with you. He writes poetry, he can sing, he can dance, he does movie reviews, he makes movies. Man, you're incredibly talented, what both you guys are. So Blacktastic, do you want to tell everyone a little bit about what your channel's around?
It's funny what Q said earlier, because I'm in total agreement with him. When I first came on to YouTube, there's like 4 people I watched to do trailer reactions. There's my man Tyrone Magnus, he's the best. And maybe one of the females, maybe Grace Randolph. Once you go to those 2, then the tier goes down. So I'm like, I can never do that because my expressions don't change a whole lot. I'm like, because people say, man, you need to smile more, you know, because man, you never smile. And I never want to be fake. And one thing I would never do is copycat what somebody else is doing. I won't do it. And like my man said, to me, it's kind of like cheap content, you know. There's no effort, there's no creation. We're called content creators. And when you do reactions and when you piggyback up to somebody else is doing, to me, it's not really original. And so when I first started, of course I was doing movie reviews, but in the last 2 years, YouTube got so saturated with everybody doing movie reviews. You got to be totally different. So I think a lot of us do retro movie reviews, or we do collabs, which is kind of helping us out, because now it's the race to who do it first, who gets the screeners first and stuff like that. And to me, it's kind of a competition. And people who don't do movie reviews only do when popular movies come out. And so I never wanted to be part of that trend. And so I'm a fan of old school black and white movies. So that's why I like doing production, because I make my videos black and white. You want to stand out amongst the rest. And I don't need gadgets to entertain people. Like 90% of the time, my backgrounds are plain white. I want you to focus on me, and hopefully I can entertain you, you know? And I have a publishing company. I publish books, I publish poetry, short stories. I was a dancer professionally for years in high school, so that's where the dancing comes from. Singing, I don't know, man. Turn some shower water on, I can get down. but I love film. I went to film school in college for a while, so I have a lot of knowledge in front of the film and behind the film. I try to bring it from a standpoint from somebody who's colored, because up until Spike Lee, no one knew what we can do, how good we can be behind the camera, in front of the camera. So it was always sort of like a stigmatization. And now people like Q and myself, we know a lot about film, and it's so cool to collaborate and talk and bring our expertise from behind in front of the camera to YouTube and make our channels totally unique and different.
Right.
Man,
Yeah,
he's spitting, boy. That boy's spitting, son. You said a lot of great things, man. So, you know, and I feel it in my, like, I'm getting like goosebumps. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Hearing you speak about certain things, about being yourself, being truly uniquely yourself, and bringing that real content. I love seeing your videos, the black and white style, you know, inspired by Spike Lee, of course, though, but you bring your own unique content with your awesome voice, and you really are unique and authentic when I watch your videos. And I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I'm an absolute fan. And filmmaking, you know, what have I done? It's coming along great, man. In any way possible, of course, that I can help. You know, I'm always glad. Hopefully, I can meet up with you in Sacramento. We can, you know, shoot some stuff too. Just let me know. I'm buying a plane ticket. I'm down.
Cool, man.
right.
Cool. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Right. Yeah, definitely. And, you know, I've got to agree with both you guys because, I mean, like Blacktastic, as you mentioned, you know, going through college and bringing that background to your reviews now and your filmmaking. Like, it's inspiring because I'm going to be honest with you, you know, we all watch YouTubers or we get, like, suggestions on our home pages, but no one has, like, a black and white background and no one has that style that you bring to your own reviews. And I admire that because you're standing out from everyone else and you're bringing people to your channel just with your own personality and how you come across. And it's just awesome. It really, really is. And Q, man, yourself, you know, being a CG artist, you've got that background and you know what kind of goes into movie production or how long those guys and girls get in terms of like editing a movie or deadlines. So you can see that being like, well, that CG was maybe not so great, but that's the reason why. Whereas, you know, when I go see a movie, I'm just like, oh, it might not be great, but I don't understand the background of that, you know? So, yeah, I appreciate both you guys. Just to let you know, I've got a comment here. JCX Fun says, hi, guys. Hope everyone is doing good. Sorry, tuning in a little bit late. Was driving to work. Looking forward to the horror cinema stories. Yeah, well, we're about to get into that. So, yeah, you guys know I guess right now, so if you're tuning in live after the fact, we're just going to start this off. So, the first question I want to ask you guys, and we're going to start with Q reviews, is Q, what is the first movie you remember seeing at the cinema?
Ooh, that's always a tough one, though. You know what I'm saying? Because like when you think about it, like I remember seeing movies as a child before I can speak, you know, but I don't really remember what movie it was, you know. Like I remember seeing like as a baby. It might have been a Tarzan movie or something like it from the late 70s or something like that, like 79 or 80. But the movie I distinctly remember watching in a theater was E.T. at the drive-in, and like I think I talked about it on my channel. It was my grandparents took me, so we had the old school E.T. van, like the big old van, you know, everybody can get in there with the blankets and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then it was like this light-skinned girl down the street, and she knew I liked movies, and she was pretty cute. Even as a kid, I knew she was pretty cute. Yeah, the red bone, and you know what I'm saying? Even I knew it, but I was around, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 years old, and I remember watching E.T. on the top of that van under the starlights in Detroit at the Fort Wyoming drive-in, and I remember from that moment, I loved cinema, and it was weird because they played E.T. and I think Superman was the next movie too, like Christopher Reeve's one, and I was like, I'm done. I love this place forever. And forever, that still is my favorite theater in the world. Fort Wyoming Drive-In. I think I made a review on my channel about it, man. That's just my special happy place. It's just this awesome drive-in in the middle of Detroit, like a Dearborn kind of, and it's just my happy place. I don't know how to explain it, you know. It's very nostalgic for me, and it takes me back, and that's why I fell in love with cinema. Of course, we got our Dolby Digitals and our IMAX and stuff that I enjoy as well, but, you know, that's what I really first remember watching a movie. And I seen Fright Night there, too. So. In 85.
Okay.
I'm old, son.
Got that great.
No. Well, no, man, I love that experience because, you know, for me, I shared this last week, but my first ever cinema experience was Star Wars, like the Phantom Menace. And that was when I was very, very young, you know. So hearing about yourself was E.T. in a drive-in, dude, that's awesome. And that's like such just a like fond memory you're always gonna have with you for life. And the fact that it's still there now, it's just a testament to how popular that is, or maybe like how many people have memories of going there, you know. So we're going to touch on
99. Phantom Menace.
Wow.
I just want to touch on that. You're like, that was your first real movie experience. Yeah. Like, what are you, like 18 or something? 18? yeah.
No, man.
Phantom Menace?
I'm 31.
31 in Phantom Menace. Wow. Yeah, I remember. I was working in the movie theaters when Phantom Menace came out. I remember that. Yeah, cool. I was like, damn, Phantom Menace. Okay, cool. That's dope. That's dope.
Well, man, with you working in the previous movie theater, we're going to have a lot of stories to share tonight. So I'm looking forward to it. Very quickly, I just want to say again, just GS Excellence said hi. So, hey, how you doing? And we've also got the Big Rob Theory saying, what's up, fellas? Showing some love. So, hey, Rob, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in.
Big Rob.
My dog.
Right. So, awesome story, Q. And now we're going to head to Jaya. So, Jaya, what was your first ever cinema experience that you remember?
My very first one I remember, my mom and dad, a lot like Q, took me to the drive-in, and we seen Jaws.
Okay.
And you know, when you grew up in Compton, Concrete, Vietnam, I never been around big bodies of water. And once I seen that movie, we would go to like Redondo Beach or the pier or something. My ass would not get nowhere near the water. To this very day, Jaws traumatized me. Because I was what, 6 or 7 when I seen that, and it was the most. It was the greatest experience of my life because being scared and thrilled and sharing it with loved ones is something you never forget. And that music, dun 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 dun. I'm like, what is going on? Then that fan would come out the water. Dun, dun, dun. I'm like, I just never been so thrilled in my life. And just the scope of the film, Steven Spielberg's direction. I mean, that's why I love Steven Spielberg, because he helped me grow up. He helped me appreciate film. I'm like, that's what I want to do when I grow up. And Jaws was my first incredible experience in the theater, and it was at the drive-in as well, because that was a big thing in the 70s and 80s, was drive-in theaters.
Right. Well, man, that's an awesome story, and I'm just gonna go on record. I've never seen Jaws. I know about the music, and I've been on the ride when it was at Universal. So I know about the ride, and that was awesome. But I've never seen the movie. It's on my list, though. Wow. Don't get me wrong.
It's the movie that made Steven Spielberg. That's the one that did it.
Yeah, wow, funny thing, we both got Spielberg on our favorite first movies that we haven't seen. That's right. Yeah, I got E.T. and he got Jaws. So that's awesome. That's
awesome experiences. We've also just we've got Big Rob Face, and his first ever experience was the Phantom Menace. Also,
Menace, the youngins.
Jar Jar Binks. What? Did your family do the voice of Jar Jar Binks, Big Rob Theory? You know that Jamaican voice?
Misa was all day, Andy.
Damn, was he a Rastafarian? Was he a Rastafarian slave? What the hell was it?
Yeah. Hey, Rob, quickly, like Rob surprised me right now because he talks so, saying nice and proper. Then he did that Jamaican thing and went left. I was like, yo, that was amazing. Like, yo, he had it in it. He knew it was real.
I did not expect that video at all. I didn't even know about Rob's kind of heritage as well. And that was
me either.
Awesome.
Yeah, he just pulled it out. Hey, boy, what you put out that button? Why I can't do it like he can do it, but like he had it down packed. So I was like, that's dope.
Yeah, definitely. I want to very quickly. We've also got the movie man saying not concrete Vietnam, and right, and he said that we've got to fix that about me not seeing Jaws. So we'll definitely gonna get to that, especially when D Movie Man recently collabed with Perez on his channel to cover Jaws. So we're going to get to that. Fellas, that's awesome. And just let you know, anyone who's watching live right now, please leave in the chat like your kind of horror story experiences, because we're about to get into it. Very quick, got Cinematic saying happy Saturday. So hey, Cinematic, how you doing? Man.
I'm like,
cool. And Rob wasn't impressed with Q's impression there.
I can't do it. I'm like, it. I'm just. I'm terrible.
God, man. Wow.
So we're going to get into it. I want to hear some horror stories from my guests. So we're going to start with Q because obviously you fellas have said that you saw your first movies back in kind of like the late 70s or the 80s. And of course, we know now in 2022. I just want to kind of ask first before you share your stories, does your examples of your stories today, are they massively different from like a horror story in say the 70s and 80s compared to like 2022? Because I don't know what the audiences are like. Obviously, back in the time compared to now. You know, my experience was like, what, 99? Phantom Menace, I would like to say. So, you know, obviously that time period I wasn't around. I wish I was, but, you know, I wasn't. So, what was the audiences like?
Yeah, I think I don't know. You know, like I got different horror stories, I guess, from different periods of time. You know,
Right.
Like the one in the 80s I will share is that one. Well, then I had one from the late 90s, 99. That was pretty crazy. So yeah, I would say it's different. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit different. You know.
Sure. Are they worse from back in the day, or are they worse now at times? Would you say?
Now, that's tough too, because you know now people are a lot more inconsiderate for theater etiquette. You know, like they're in there and then they have phones that light up. You know what I'm saying? And it's reflecting everything, and they're on their phones, and like yo, like we watching the movie here. We're not, you know what I'm saying, checking Instagram right now. If you don't mind, can we watch this? So like I think the theater etiquette is a little ruder nowadays. Sometimes
I agree.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, definitely, at least here in the UK, obviously, I'm not sure what you guys are like for in the States. But in the UK, there's always someone checking their phone. Or like last night, I went to see RoboCop for the very first ever time. And awesome movie, by the way. So good. I can't believe it's taken me 31 years basically to see that movie. But like right when the movie starts, so you know guys know when they show the trailers and they're about to say, oh, you know, it's about time we're going to start the movie. Like over in the UK, we always get some idiot on their phone, like even when it's starting, and I'm like, they've just told you 10 seconds ago that the movie is about to start. It's one of my pet peeves, right? I don't mind someone going on their phone in the trailers, by all means. I do it as well. But not when the movie's starting and they're showing that title card being like, right, this is your feature, and this is the age rating, and then go straight into it. Just very quickly, what Rashad G saying, shit. So,
Rashad,
how's it going,
the hammy. What up, hammy?
So, Q, we're going to start with you. So, Q, can you give us a horror story?
All right, cool.
One of many.
Yeah. This is one of the first ones one of the real first ones I really remember. Right? Okay. This is, let me see, about 1988 or 87. We're in Detroit theaters, the Mercury theaters. It's predominantly black over here, so it's all, you know, the old school theater with the old seats and shit. So it's packed to the max. We're watching Friday the 13th, Part 7, and New Blood. Oh, I'm in Roseblood, by the way. I played a Duke. It's the sequel to that. Yeah. Shameless plug.
Get that plug.
Shameless plug. Yeah, shameless plug. But we were watching this. I was watching this as a child, Friday 13th, Part 7, and New Blood. And then the part, you know, we're sitting like, I guess, like in the third row of the theater. So we're right here. And then it's a part in the film where Jason Mass come off like that and he shows his face like, or whatever. And then somebody bangs on the door like during the movie playing. Somebody just banging on the door like it's insane. The audience were so scared they all got up and just trampled like to the front door. People were being trampled. It was scary. You know what I'm saying? And I remember my mom. She was just like, you sit your ass here. You sit down right here. Don't move nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So people were running out of the theater, running over each other. It was crazy. I wanted to run too because I was scared too, but I didn't run because our mom didn't make me and my brother run. So we just stood there. And I'm glad too because I got to watch the movie too. So it was a dope movie. This whole thing was shut down. The movie shut down for a little bit, but then they started back up. I guess somebody was playing a prank or something, but like nobody was seriously hurt. But people people got trampled during Friday 13th Part 7 in New Blood. Yeah, because they were scared. Somebody had to be playing a prank though. So like, yeah, that was pretty wild. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of Detroit, people just stumping on each other. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get out because they were scared of Jason. So that's why still Jason's one of my favorite too, because like he scared the whole entire audience in Detroit.
Man, what an experience! I mean, I've heard stories about like when like the Exorcist stuff came out about people running out and like throwing up, and and I've never experienced anything like that. But man, people getting trampled over Friday.
Everybody got up and ran. Everybody got up and ran because it's only one aisle. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, you didn't have all the sweet ass aisles that you can walk in and imagine and put your feet up. No, so it's just one aisle. So everybody got up and just tried to rush this aisle, and then it was just like it's like that scene in American Werewolf in London, almost. With like a werewolf chased.
Yeah, I love that movie as well.
Oh, I love that movie. Yeah.
Well, just very quickly, got Rashad Comden here. We run ask questions later.
Yeah. My mom was like, "You sit your ass down." We were the only people in there too. It was like everybody had ran out. We were just, we were just me, my mom, and my brother. Like, shit. I guess if a monster gonna come, I guess we gonna have to fight him right here in the theater.
But that's brilliant. And to be honest with you, though, if I was a parent and I was paying to take my kids to the cinema, whatever happened, I'd be like, sit down. We're gonna watch the movie. So I kind of don't blame your mom for doing that.
Yeah, me either, man. She probably saved us from harm, though. We could have been, we were little kids, so we could have been like really hurt, or whatever. Right. So yeah, I'm glad for Mom Dukes for that.
And if you don't mind me asking, Q, at that experience of Friday the 13th, do you remember like roughly how old you may have been when you saw that?
So so I'm 46. So in '88, I might have been maybe 86. 86, I've been 10, so maybe about 11, 12.
11. Yeah. But the only reason why I ask is because back in like '88, did they have age ratings at all of like how young you could take someone to a cinema or not? Because obviously
that didn't matter to my family. I watched whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother watched The Exorcist on repeat. Like every day, she just watches The Exorcist. Yeah, she loved that film. I don't know what it was, and it was so scary to everybody else. But I'm as a kid watching, I'm like so desensitized by The Exorcist. Like it's not even scary to me anymore. And it wasn't until like it was a rainy day when I got older. And I was in college. I watched this like, yo, this shit is kind of fucked up. So like this shit is disturbing. Like I forgot because it's been a long time since I watched it. I watched it again. Like yo, son, this shit is crazy. But I was so desensitized by horror movies, bro. Like it didn't matter. My mom took me to go see Evil Dead 2. She let me skip school that day to watch Evil Dead 2. And I was me and my brother were in the theater by herself watching Evil Dead 2, son. You know what I'm saying? Like same age, you know what I'm saying? 10 or 11. So yeah. I love it. I love it. Yeah. But I don't think you're supposed to take kids to see that stuff.
Right.
You don't supposed to. Yeah.
Right. But I think all of us, even as kids, we all saw like big horror movies when we shouldn't have seen them, our parents is like, yeah, we'll put it on for them, and then you get scarred a little bit afterwards, I guess. But yeah, just very quickly, because we're going to hand over to Jaya. We've got AJ from AJ's Main Place in here just saying evening, thought I'd pop in. So hey AJ, how you doing? And then we've got Michael. So hey Michael, how you doing? He said, evening everyone, love the horror stories series so far. Yeah, so thank you for tuning in. And we've literally just gotten started with a story from Q. And now I'm going to hand it over to Jaya from Blacktastic. So Jaya, can you share a horror story?
Yeah, man. Christmas Day, 1992. Way before Quentin Tarantino dropped that rated R movie on Christmas with, what was that, Jackie Brown? Years ago, Ice Cube, Ice-T, Bill Paxton, and I think William Sandler did a movie called Trespass. It was a big rated R film, action-packed, Christmas Day. And the director of 48 Hours, another 48 Hours, Last Man Standing. He was a big-time action rated R director, right? I'm like, man, Christmas Day. Yes, you wake up, open up your Christmas presents. And here in Sacramento, we went to the State Theater. It's called State Theater. It's in the South Sac of Sacramento, predominantly Black folks, right? So we go opening day, and this movie was awesome at the time. You know, because this is when they first started making rap stars and real actors integrate with each other in a big budget film. So this was crazy. But during that time in life, from the late 80s to the early 90s, the gang violence was very, very real. It came from LA and it ventured up north to Sacramento, where I was at. And during the course of the movie, it was violent, a lot of shooting, a lot of carrying on. And you heard an argument towards the end of the movie, because at the very end credits, there's a song with Ice-T and Ice Cube. And there was gunshots inside the theater. So we freaked out. We got up, we ran, kind of like what Q was talking about. People were getting trampled. We were screaming and yelling for our life. And some dude had got shot. And we didn't know the extent of it. And a helicopter came, because the injury was so serious. A helicopter came and landed in the parking lot. We was all outside waiting. And then, thank God, no one died. But now the story gets kind of funny now. The guy come out on the stretcher, he's laying on his side, not on his back, not on his stomach. Well, apparently he got shot in his ass. And he came out talking, God damn, man, you believe this bullshit? This motherfucker shot me in my ass. And he was on the side, and they had like this little thing. So his crack was hanging out. We're all outside. We're cracking up, you know. I had a flat top and shit. And the propellers from the helicopters blowing my flat top to the side. It was crazy. He got lifeline out of there after getting shot in his ass in the theater. Man, that was probably the scariest thing I experienced. And minutes later, the funniest thing I experienced on Christmas. Like, wow. Bah humbug. Shit, this is crazy. Yeah, I would.
That's a great story, bro.
I'll never forget Trespass opening day, Ice Cube, Ice-T. Crazy experience, man. It was, but he was like, "Man, you believe this bullshit?" He's talking to like the nurses and shit. This motherfucker shot me in my ass. I was like,
"That's amazing. That's whew."
Yeah, man. 1992, man. Crazy.
That's a story, man. Can you imagine how terrifying it is to hear gunshots in the theater, though? Like pop, 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 whatever.
And like you said, there's only one aisle to run out, and women and Black folks, we don't run, we break. We would boom, running, busting open doors. People walking by with popcorn. They got knocked over pop, and you know we did. We picked up candy on the ground and ran with it. You know, it wasn't open. When we're outside, you got to remember it's Christmas. So we're out there in our bomber jackets, all cold, wondering what's going on. And I've never seen a helicopter up close that was actually in motion. It was it's deafening. It was crazy, man. It was wild. State Theater in South Sacramento. I never forget that day, man. I think it made the news.
I can imagine. Crazy. Well, JCX Fun says, I'm sure you won't be forgetting Christmas of 1992.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's nuts. We've also got Rashad saying he loves Trespass. He saw it on Christmas as well.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying. And obviously he's laughing.
That was a big deal.
Man, that's crazy because like here in the UK, I've fortunately we haven't had any shootings I'm aware of happen in the cinema. Like the closest one not a shooting, but the closest one I've heard to like a loud noise, which I might share one day a bit more on my YouTube, is a couple of years ago, the Ariana Grande concert in Manchester where the bombing happened. I was there, and man, when I heard that go off, I was out of there,
right?
Like a flash, right? So like yourself, you were saying about that story. As soon as you hear that, you kind of can't control what you're feeling, right?
No,
that's the best way to explain it.
It's all reaction.
Yeah, instinct. It's like
Right.
that adrenaline happening. Like, your body's like, your brain's telling you get the fuck out of here right now. So you know what I'm saying? No matter what, that's what's going on. Like,
Right. Right.
you got
Well,
no
we've
time
got
to
a
think.
comment to you as well. This GCX Fun says a couple of friends talking to each other throughout the movie. Someone constantly on their phone. Someone who chews too loud and scrunch and rapping people's throat. Who are you picking next? Who are you picking to sit next to?
Oh yeah.
So, which one would you guys pick? Someone like sit next to people talking throughout, someone who's on their phone throughout, or someone who's chewing too loud? Who would you pick?
I can deal with the chewing, and if they're talking too much, I can say, "Hey, can you please be quiet?" The first time. After that, just shut the fuck up.
Right.
And the cell phone thing,
right.
man. So I'm the kind of person I grab it and throw it.
Right.
Oh, you want to text, huh?
Yeah. Get your screen on 100% brightness.
Kobe. Man, I don't play. Man, you gotta have theater etiquette, man. I'm old school, and
right.
I go and sit for. I'm very polite. And Q, I know you know about this. Back in the day, people's always put their foot on the back of your goddamn chair. Remember that shit?
I'm out of here, dog. Because that's my number one that pisses me off. The number one. And some people have kids too, like 7 years old or 8 or 10, but they know what they're doing because they start bam, 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 bam on your seat, bro. Like, yo, that pisses me off so bad, like to the point of rage where I want to get up and punch the kid in the face, like right in the face, like grab him by his fucking counter and just like punch him till he bleeds. But you can't do that to children, of course. That's just me expressing my rage of what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. But I just turn around, kind of polite, like, can you please tell your kid to stop kicking my seat, please? Like, it's very uncomfortable. I hate that. That's my number one thing I hate. Do not kick the back of my motherfucking seat.
Right.
It pisses me off so bad. Yeah.
Right.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's bad enough because especially like the local cinema that I go to, maybe about like 30 minutes drive. They recently, like I think at the end of last year or the year before, I can't quite remember. But they basically had like the old style seats, and I loved it. But then they updated to like kind of like semi recliner chairs and stuff. It's nice, don't get me wrong. But them old seats, especially, I remember there was one screen, and I can't remember what the screen was. But throughout it was like a mom and with her 2 kids. And throughout this movie, my chair, as you mentioned, Q, was just boom. Like throughout the entire movie, to the point where I turned around like this, and then the man was like kind of like signaling like this to calm down the kid. But still, throughout the movie, they kicked my chair. And at the end of it, I was like, I hate this movie now because of that reason.
Yeah, it makes you hate the movie. You didn't say anything. You didn't get like, hey, can you stop doing it? Yeah, I know you're polite. You're a polite guy, and I was too. I'm a nice guy too. Like, but to get to the point, like, hey, I can't even sit here with you like kicking my chair this whole film. I can't do it.
Right. Well, this was quite a few years ago, and like I'd say probably like a while before I gained like a bit more confidence in myself. So at that point, I'd say I turned myself around to like face them like this, like looking at them, like looking at man, being like what's your kid doing right now? But yeah, this still carried on. Not good.
Fuck that.
But just rude, That's
a great question.
Rashad was saying here, early 90s was a weird time, lots of theater shootings, New Jack City, Boys in the Hood, even Godfather 3.
Yep, he's absolutely right.
Yeah, I can imagine.
This is another movie I remember a lot of shootings happened. The Run DMC movie, Tougher Than Leather. Was that the name of the movie?
Tougher Than Leather, that's right.
Yeah, I remember a lot of shootings happening in Detroit over that movie at that time. Yep.
I'll tell you what, if the director of the movie was there, I would have shot him because that movie was terrible. It would have been another shooting.
Another shooting. Yep.
Is it that bad?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's that bad. You find the worst acting movie ever, Tough and Leather would beat it. It's that bad. It's horrible. It's
well,
damn.
Well, to Giant,
Hey, I tell you what, it's free on YouTube. Just type in Run DMC Tough and Leather. The movie is free on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you want to spare an hour and a half of your life, you've been warned.
Don't do it.
Well, Rashad agrees.
Trash. Damn, I said trash. I'm trying to.
Well, to Giant, just to give you a heads up, when I bring back the Terrible Movie collab series, we're covering that movie.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. Boy,
classic. You have to revisit it. That means you have to watch it again.
Yeah. I've honestly never heard of that movie, so that's a first for me.
I'm telling you, like the climax, the third act, the Italians and the blacks is having it out, right? And they come out in the warehouse. This is the climax of the movie. Yo, Run DMC, I'm calling you out. I'm like, and you gotta remember, I'm with my homeboys. We're all Run DMC fans. We're in there like this, like, damn, this is. But I will say this: the Beastie Boys are in there. It's funny when they're performing. The movie's awesome. You got the Beastie Boys performing in that movie. You got Slick Rick, who had a great cameo. Yeah, Rick Rubin, the producer, directed that movie. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he would have had holes in him.
Stick to producing.
I would have been on the news in handcuffs. Yeah, I shot him.
Did you see this shit?
And it wouldn't have been in the ass.
That's right. And that's brilliant.
That's great.
Well, Q, I'm going to hand it back over to you. Can you give us another cinema horror story that you've experienced?
Yeah. Okay. This is a good one too. And then I remember this one. The year is 1999. Yeah, you remember that one. You seen Phantom Menace, Mike? I think.
Yeah, I did.
So this 1999. I'm working in the mall. This mall in Taylor. I'm working at Ruby Tuesdays, and then my friend. It was like a dollar store theater next to it, and he worked there as well. He was like the manager, but the owners were out of town, and he had a place to stay. So he stayed in the dollar theater. He actually lived in there, you know what I'm saying? So like after we were closed Ruby Tuesdays at night, we would just go over there all night and drink and watch movies all night. Damn. That's what we would do, you know what I'm saying? So like that's fun, right? So Fight Club had came out, right? Then, like after I seen Fight Club was my shit, son. Fight Club was my shit. So we would go close Ruby Tuesdays down, go into the dollar theater, and drink and just play fight all night. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, you wear shirts off like crazy man, and you know we had like, girls were there sometimes if they wanted to spend a night in the movie theater. So we'll just watch Fight Club all night. You know, so like it's one night. It's Fight Club. We were just fighting for fun. I had a bloody nose, so I'm going to the bathroom. As I'm going to the bathroom, it's dark. I'm in the mall, and then all of a sudden, I see all these lasers, like a literal movie, like the lasers pointing at me, like Predator. It's like 8 of them. And I look up, and it's people with the mask and shit, like freeze, get on the goddamn ground right now, motherfucker. You're like, oh shit. And I'm going to the mall, like, and they throw me on the ground and put the guns to my head, and then all of a sudden they turn on all the lights. Somebody, we had set off some type of alarm or whatever, like we were breaking in there, like so I literally almost got shot trying to watch, Fight Club in the middle of the night, they came in, they had the whole SWAT team out, and that was the last night of us watching Fight Club in that theater because, we had to leave after that. It was like, no, y'all can't be here after hours and shit, like y'all own the mall. So yeah, that was pretty much a horror story. I almost got, shot, trying to watch Fight Club, but it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Do you know if that happened to many people or?
No, I mean
it happens to us all the time.
Yeah, like yeah, like getting messed with by the police. Yeah, it happens all the time. But we weren't supposed to be there at night. I mean, this is like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. We're watching Fight Club, drunk. Yeah. Walking. You know what I'm saying, in the mall. We kind of owned that little movie theater, so like. We did whatever we wanted till we set off some type of alarm or whatever. Then, then that was all shut down. So, Yeah, we weren't supposed to be there, but it was fun. But luckily nobody got hurt or whatever. But
God, yeah.
So, but what happened with that story, Q? So obviously when you went to go back with your friends or whoever it was, did you tell them what happened or?
Oh yeah, we all got in trouble. Like I was just the first one who, seen the police. They got the lights and shit on me like this, and then they, put the guns to our head. Then they turned on all the lights, and then they brought everybody out. Ran our names or whatever. We were all cool. We just had to leave. After that, we didn't get in any trouble. We just had to leave the mall theater. We couldn't be there, like at 3-4 o'clock in the morning partying. We were children. I mean, not children. We were grown. I'd say it was about like 18 or so. But yeah, we couldn't do that anymore after that. It was fun while it lasted, basically.
Right. Wow. That's good. And do you know like nowadays, like in malls, do they still have that kind of procedure? Do you know? Or
Movies like no, not anymore.
No, I didn't think so. That anymore. I thought I'd ask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think they have like movie theaters in the mall anymore. Like Dollar Show, remember that? Yeah, I don't know if they had it in Sacramento, like Dollar
they
Store.
Did. They shut them all down.
Movies? Yeah. I think I don't even think those exist anymore. But like at the time, we ran it because my friend ran it. It's like you can just run the projector anytime. I mean, we had all the Dollar Store movies. It's like we would just sit there all night and watch movies. So that it was really fun. But after that, it was a wrap.
Well, I think just to add to that story, I think Jacob Martin in the town where the state that he lives in, I think his state still has like a dollar theater or like a cheap theater like that. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure. G6 says Q and his friends run their own fight club.
Yeah, we was. I literally had my shirt off with a bloody nose, like a tissue, going to the bathroom, and then that's when like the police came, and it put all the lights on me like that. So it was literally like a Fight Club movie, like we were trying to blow up that building in that movie. That's what it felt like. They caught Tyler Durden, son. So yeah, it was exciting and scary at the same time, but. I'm glad no one got hurt.
Man, like between Tajaya having this experience and then someone getting shot in the ass, and then yourself getting actual lasers pointed at you. I don't know how you guys still go to the theater.
We love the movies,
boy.
So I mean, when Tajaya does his reviews and he's like, I could have gone to the theater, but actually decided to stay at home. I know why now.
Shit happens all the time.
Yes.
But JX says also, wonder what the police thought seeing a bunch of topless dudes in the mall together.
Right? It was weird.
Hey, what kind of club is this?
Was a weird time.
Ain't no Fight Club.
Y'all in here making love.
And then anyone who's watching live right now, please share in the chat your horror stories as well, because we want to hear them.
That was Ray's boom boom room.
The boom boom room. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Y'all are here, but it's sweaty with men. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
To Jai, what about you? You share another story?
Oh yeah, man. I can do this all day, every day. Okay. What year did Set It Off come out? I don't remember.
This is a very good question. I was in 2000. It's 90s, right?
Give me a second.
Okay, I know it was the 90s. That's when you had Jada Pinkett, Queen Latifah.
I'm taking a guess.
And
I'm gonna say 96.
96.
Okay, Homeboy who directed
F. Gary Gray.
Friday.
Right.
Directed this movie. Well, I went opening night. Now, at this time of my life, I was experimenting. I was dating a snow bunny. And tall white girl. She was like 5'9", green eyes, red man. She was bad. Had big lips. I'm like, God damn. And I went to go see Set It Off opening night with a white girl. The theater I went to was mostly blacks. And Q, you know the story.
Let's go.
If you're a brother and you got a little bit of something going on with yourself, black women recognize you verbally, not just looking at it. They say something like, okay, you looking good, son. Oh, I like what you're doing. And here I come walking up in a crowd of black women with this white girl, and they ignored her. They was like, hey, I was like, hey, you know, I acknowledge them with a little head. And I'm like, at the same time, like, be cool, you know, with the snow bunny. Black women don't care. So they said what they wanted to say. And her name was Shauna Caldwell. God bless her heart. She was originally from Texas, so her etiquette dealing with Californians wasn't the same. So she was like, that's rude. I'm like, Miss, will you shut the fuck up? They will whoop your ass. You will get mollywopped. And she was like, what? I said, just turn around, go to the concession stand, and go get some bonbons, some raisinette, some butter pop. Just chill, baby. Just chill. That's what we do. That's what we do as black folks. Come to find out, I'm in the theater. The same black women are sitting right behind us. So they seen her catch attitude in the lobby. So they were just fucking with her after that. So we're watching the movie right before it starts and everything, doing the trailers and everything. They're like, I want to rub that bald head. So one girl reached over and grabbed my head and rubbed it. I'm like, these. Oh. I was like, hey. I turned around smiling. I was like, hey, don't do that. And Shawna was like, I'm appalled. She's clutching her pearl for real. I'm like, baby, they just playing. They just trying to get to you. It worked. But Shawna, like she was tall. She was in shape. She stood up. She goes, okay, you black motherfuckers. If you keep doing this, we're going to have a problem. Like, then I'm mad. I said, black motherfuckers. I'm like, now we're going to be fighting. I'm going to hold you shit. While they hit your ass. Man, it was. What was I thinking? I should have went to the north side where she lived. But in her area, they didn't play Set It Off. In the white area, that movie did not get any show times. So I had to go to the hood. And I'm not missing those kind of movies on opening night. It's something about going to a black movie that first Friday, or you got to do it. And I swear to God, man, that was crazy. But Shawna, yeah. Keep your mouth shut, baby. You just, but black folks, we show out, we show up to show up, but we don't mean no harm. We're just loud. And she didn't understand that. They thought they was trying to take me from her. You know, they just playing, baby. You know, I was like, but man.
They just playing, baby.
That whole movie, they're sniggling and giggling. I'm sitting there like, I could not enjoy the movie the way I really wanted to. And then they was waiting for us when the movie was over. They didn't want to beat her up or nothing. They just looked at us like, all right, yeah, bitch, you remember us? Yeah, they just kind of like laughed. Because they would have killed her. Okay, these three women. And they wasn't small. They was like the three Husketeers. They were husky. They would have beat the shit out. They would have broke her in half and tore her apart. I'm like, no.
He said the three Husketeers, yo.
I'm like, no, baby. I mean, they ate through the whole movie. They had snacks.
Snacks. Roly-poly snacks, son.
Oh, man. It was crazy. But yeah. I got a lot of funny date movies with bad experiences, and that was one of many. Yeah, Set It Off. Yeah. It almost got set off in that theater. She almost got mollywopped.
It sounds like it, yeah. Man, well, don't you guys? I'm definitely going to be having you on for more episodes. We've got some comments though.
Okay.
Jason says, I'm guessing Shawna didn't get another date after that.
Oh no, she did, because she paid for everything. I wasn't kicking her to the curb yet.
Y'all went to go see Sixth Sense though next time, I bet, huh?
No. Me and her, we seen a lot of movies. We seen Seven together. We seen Set It Off, and we seen Vampire in Brooklyn together. Wow. Yeah, we had some good times, but but the really black films, yeah, like it was tough. It was, but you know, hey, you paying, I'm obeying. You treating, I'm eating.
Right.
You got money, I'm your honey. You got dough, I'm your hoe.
Let's go.
And then he spit out my water. hey, man. Shawna,
you got dough, I'm your hoe.
Hey, she had she was, I think, a nurse. So she go to the theater, she was like, It's all on me. I'm like, fuck this. And she look good too.
Hell
That is just the cream of the pie right there.
Oh man, that's great.
That's brilliant. We got Jacob Martin saying, "What's
What
up,
up, Jacob?
How's it
Jacob,
going?"
the
Jacob,
hardest
the
working
man.
man on YouTube. This man dropped videos like Too Short dropped albums.
I know, dog. Like you got another video after your other video that just dropped a video. Like, what the heck?
He dropped one this morning on the
Right.
Wachowski directors.
Right.
Well,
And then
you know what to call them?
Yeah.
the Wachowski directors.
I gotta work my way around that.
Yeah, like yeah.
And
The siblings.
then Jacob's also dropping videos on his story time with Jacob as well.
Yeah.
The guy doesn't stop.
Damn.
But Jacob, we all commend you, man. What a work.
Hell yeah, dude. This shit is dope. Like,
Yeah,
damn, because I was on his stream. Like, dog, how you drop so many videos, bro? Like, there's your camera on like all the time. You know, he be killing it, and he's good too. He's a great reviewer too. His etiquette, his word etiquette, and everything. He's a great guy, bro. You know.
Excellent.
Shout out to Jacob.
Yes.
Definitely, 100% agree. And again, anyone who's watching live, please drop your horror stories in the chat. We'll read them out. Rashad says Shawna was about to get her world messed up. Yeah. Tajai, so like after that,
Shauna kind of a black name too, ain't it? Shauna.
Yeah, and she had big lips, so she was from Texas. It's funny. Quick story. When I met Shawna, I was at a nightclub with my homeboy, right? And this is when Batman had came out, the original one with Michael Keaton. It was like a year old.
Yeah.
And I'm at a nightclub, I'm dancing, and Shawna was dancing with her friend. I'm looking at her, I said, damn, this white girl's kind of cool. And she was looking at me and dancing. So I bought her a drink. We're sitting at the bar talking. And I'm like, wow, you have a really wide mouth and some big ass lips. She goes, oh, well. I said, can you do one thing for me? She goes, what? I said, can you lean forward and go, where did they get a load of me? That's what the Joker said in the original Batman. And she did that. I'm like, hold up.
Bro, you crazy. Yeah. Wait.
Man, she had the sexiest mouth, the straightest teeth. And she goes, where did they I said, oh, hell, we're going to your house.
That mouth, dude.
Tonight.
Damn.
I hope you like chocolate lollipops, okay?
Yo, Mike Sheldon got for real.
You sound like an old black grandmother.
Boy.
You nasty. Yes. I am.
This scream is crazy.
I really hope Shawna watches this one day.
Oh my God, shit. Oh
man,
man,
get a load of me. What a question to ask though. I commend that shit though. Like, where did they get a load of
her
me
mouth
with them lips?
She had on red lipstick. She had a wide mouth and big lips. I'm like, please. That's how much I love movies. I didn't say you love me or you. No, I said wait till they get a load of me. I want her to do the line from Jack Nicholson's Joker. That's how stupid my ass is.
I love it.
Oh man,
that is fantastic.
Oh, I got a quick embarrassing one. Quick story. This is a quick, easy story.
No, well, I was about to say
from Deadpool. I went to go see Deadpool. Great movie or whatever. This was in the Imagine Theater. Now we got they first introduced the nice recliners with the heated seats or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Cool. So like Deadpool was over and I knew it was post-credit scene. Like everybody know you don't get your ass up, but like I know when it's coming. I can time these things. I had to pee real bad. You know, I mean you drink a large Coke in that boy. Like the end of that movie, you gotta piss like a racing horse, like Seabiscuit. You know what I'm saying? So I ran to the bathroom, you know what I'm saying, did my thing, came back to the theater. Everyone's still sitting down. The lights are kind of on. And I came back to my theater, literally like the third row. That's where we like to sit. Came back, flopped down in my chair like this. The whole chair flipped up. And my legs were up in the air like this, bro. Popcorn and everything on. My friends had to help me up. You know what I'm saying? To fix the seat, because I broke the seat completely. It just like literally flipped up in the air. I was like 90 degrees, like the Wizard of Oz, like the Wicked Witch legs in the air. You know what I mean? And I don't have pretty legs either. I got like little skinny chicken legs, Kevin Durant legs. So yeah, that was embarrassing. That's my quick little story about that.
Oh man, that's embarrassing. Damn.
Mm-hmm. It was funny. Everyone had a good laugh.
Right. and what happened after that, Q? Did the cinema staff come in and be like, "What the hell's going on?" Or
yeah, we just picked the chair up and I watched the post-credit scene and left. I wouldn't go miss that post-credit scene though. Yeah, it was broke. I'm
surprised you didn't lay on the floor and claim, "I'm suing you, motherfuckers."
I should have. I wasn't thinking. I was so excited to see the post-credit scene. My neck and my back. Doctor said I need a bacchiotomy.
But I'll sell out of court right now for some movie tickets.
Right. I would too.
Shit.
Man, that's
crazy.
That's an awesome story.
All of them, man. All these stories have been insane.
I don't think I've ever had one wild as that, like with a recliner chair, because in the UK we only have like select like cinemas that have like recliner seats.
Oh, okay.
Which there's one about like maybe 10-15 minutes from me that has those recliner chairs, and they go like all the way back to the point where you're lying down basically.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a look. G6 says Blacktastic Q to star on the remake of Friday.
I'm telling you, if you put
Q
Reviews and Rashad G on a porch, just run the camera.
Run the camera. It's gonna be live.
I would pay to see that. I really, really would.
Oh man, definitely.
For sure.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, some awesome stories so far, and yeah, as I say, I just love like your different experiences, like with Q's, like all the way up in the air with his leg, and then Blacktastic, you taking Shawna out. That's all, and also quote the Jack Nicholson line, like of all lines you can quote in a movie.
That was great.
Jack Nicholson.
I respect that one.
Right. Well, I'm going to hand it off to you guys. So, Blacktastic, do you want to share another story? I want to hear this.
Oh, told you I can do this all day. Let me think of another story. Now I shared this one on my YouTube channel, but I tell this story again. What year was it when Jurassic Park came out?
93?
I'll Google it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Another Steven Spielberg story.
Sorry, I just got my laptop next to me.
Oh, no problem.
93?
I think. Yeah, 93, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, I'm a movie buff. I had to go opening day. Matter of fact, I called in sick from work, and me and my coworker that I work with, we both called in sick. We used to work at UPS at the time. We went to go see Jurassic Park opening day. Steven Spielberg, right?
Right.
And this is right when the cinema started experimenting with digital sound. And this was the first movie that had digital sound. Remember the little CDs to come on the beginning of the screen?
Mm-hmm.
And they go, zzz, and it was really loud.
Mm-hmm.
Well, man, this theater, man, we never heard sound that loud and that piercing. And during the introduction of the new technology, all the speakers were making noises around you, next to you, and behind you. And it was piercing. I'm like, man, this is dope. So we're watching Jurassic Park. And this lady and her little daughter sat behind me, annoying as fuck. The little girl just kept talking. Oh, mommy, I love popcorn. Oh, mommy. And she, she was stupid. She goes, mommy, guess what? I know how to spell dinosaur. Oh, how do you spell dinosaur, baby? J-U. I'm like, that's Jurassic, motherfucker. That little girl got on my nerve, right? Well, anyway, the movie starts, and this movie is piercing. The sound effects, the roars. And in the middle of the movie, as it's getting good, the lights come on and the screen stops. I'm like, what the, you know, I stood up, I'm looking around, cussing, like, man, what the fuck? Apparently the sound was so loud, there was an elderly couple there, and the lights and the sound effects triggered him to have a heart attack. So the paramedics came in the theater, and I'm up there yelling and cussing, and I realized what was going on. I was like, oh, I felt bad, man. I was like, damn. But he was in there going, oh, man, the movie scared him to death because of the sound. And because this was new for audiences, and then they had to like put him on a stretcher, take his ass out the theater. I'm like, damn. So minutes went by, they resumed the movie, and it was cool. But every child in that movie theater was petrified. And that little girl in the movie star turned around and looked at it. She was like, Mommy, I don't like dinosaurs. I said, good, motherfucker. You talk too much. I don't know what it is with Steven Spielberg. He knows how to scare the world. He did it with Jaws. He did it with Jurassic Park. He did it with Poltergeist. I mean,
right.
What an experience, man. And CD sound was adopted at that moment between him and George Lucas. And that's why the crisp sound you're getting, everything to this very day, all started in 1993 with Jurassic Park, man. That was a theater experience. But it was a nightmare because that little girl wouldn't shut the fuck up. But when the Raptors came out, with her non...
J-U-R.
I wanted to pimp slap her. I was like, she kept talking and bragging, like, and I couldn't help myself. Cute. I was like, that ain't how you spell dinosaur, motherfucker.
You stupid little bitch.
And the mother was like, oh, no, don't, oh, me, shut the fuck up. God damn. Shit, and that old man.
What does dinosaur start with J? Bitch.
Well, you know how it was back then, marketing. She had that big ass cup that had Jurassic Park. That is not dinosaur. Wherever school you take your daughter to, she's failing.
That's great.
Oh my God. But yeah, kids get on my nerve in theaters. And Jesus Christ, all that talking. But I felt sorry for that old man. He had a heart attack, man. But Steven Spielberg did that shit to him. I didn't.
Did he have to leave? Did he leave after the or did he watch the movie after he had a heart attack?
No, they took him out on the stretcher. He was done. He was on his way to ICU.
Fuck.
He was on his way. Hey.
Fuck.
He was on his way to the ER. Man, it was, because people were complaining how loud it was because we wasn't used to that crisp. That sound was crisp.
Yeah.
And we never heard noise behind you before. This is the movie that brought that. Because I remember going like this. You hear that? I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Toby
Man,
Disney.
Jurassic Park was amazing. And of course, you know, the black guy that died in the beginning of the film, I'm like, this bullshit. God damn. Come on. Steven. But yeah, that's another story.
Life always finds a way, huh? Damn. He had a damn heart attack.
That's so funny.
He didn't only bite him. He dragged his ass up in the air and down, up and down that. I was like, God damn, Steven? Really? And then, of course, Samuel L. Jackson, his cameo, his arm came down a homegirl's thing. Oh, there you are. Oh, shit. Yeah, he's dead.
Damn.
Oh, the brothers, they die so funny in those movies. Damn.
And we just got Rashad here saying he heard a similar story about Jaws, how the first shark revealed someone had a heart attack.
Damn.
Oh, crazy.
I'm telling you, Steven Spielberg scares people damn near to death.
I wonder if anyone had a heart attack watching West Side Story that came out last year.
Yeah, it was too damn long. God damn, shit.
I done died of old age in this bitch.
I lost 10 years off this bitch. Motherfucker. Oh, shit. Well, we come out with diabetes and shit. God damn.
Man, I remember, I just want to share a quick story. I remember it was maybe 2018, 2019, I can't remember when. And that year, I set myself an own record. I'd seen 149 movies at the cinema in a year, right?
You count?
I literally went to see everything and anything that was on, and there was a movie called Romeo and Juliet. I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
I've never seen that, but I know you're talking
remember
about.
that. Never seen it.
It's not bad. You know, for a kids movie, it's not bad, but adults would be like, nah, you know. Anyway, this one showing, because I can't remember what it was, but I had something to do that day, and I managed to get a chance to see the showing, and it was going to finish maybe about half an hour before I had to go and do the activity what I had to do. I can't remember what, and it was shown in 3D. I got in the cinema. I was there on time, watched the trailers, and it was maybe about 20 minutes into the film where the projector just started like flickering, like you would see on like a TV, just lines like this all the time, right? And I was like, what the hell's going on? I was like, Nomeo's just about to discover his love. I was like, what's going on? And basically the projector had crashed, and the cinema staff had came in, and the cinema staff was like this was about 10 minutes later, right? It was me, maybe about 10 other people in this showing. It was early in the afternoon. The cinema staff came in and were like, oh, we're sorry that's going on. We can either replay the movie from the beginning or we can start it from where it crashed. I immediately shouted out. I was like, screw the kids. I was like, I've got somewhere to be. Can you please put this movie on from where it's at? Because I need to watch this movie. Otherwise I couldn't have stayed. And it turns out they put the movie on from where it got up to. So I was like, cool. I was like, that was the one time I spoke out Q, and it worked.
yeah. Sometimes you got to do it.
Yeah, man, you gotta grab your nuts. Hey, motherfucker. No,
right.
man.
Play this. Start this shit back where it was, fam.
Right.
I got places to be, people to see. Start this shit back. You know.
Right. Yeah. I can't. I would love to remember what I was doing that day, but there was something that important that I couldn't, miss the movie on
Hell no.
Nah. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to share one more story, and then we're going to wrap this up, and definitely Q and Blacktastic is going to be back on the channel and do a part 2, because I know you guys have got a lot of stories. Q, what's your final story that you want to share?
Yeah, this was kind of a simple one, but I was just thinking about it. It's pretty simple. It's not no one's getting shot or trampled or like our craziness. But this was kind of more of a mile about theater etiquette, right? So, The Revenant, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. You remember that movie, right?
Yeah.
I'm in The Revenant, and next to me sitting is a full Indian family, right? A full Indian family. Like when the fuck do you ever see an Indian family out in public, for one thing, right? So they sat right next to me, right? And next to me is the elder one. She's the oldest, I guess. I would say she's in her 60s, right? Like 60s, right? Like cool, like cool. We're gonna watch The Revenant. It's gonna be cool, right? Cool, but like the whole movie, she was this full screen, like on her phone, like all I can see is light. And The Revenant is pretty much it's a dark movie, so every time that phone comes on, it was pissing me off more and more. And she would just be on it like this. And she's like right next to me. It's like literally the light is reflecting my face, like. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to say this, right? So I turn over to like, can you please put your phone away? I'm trying to watch your people on screen get murdered and trampled. I can't enjoy that if you're on your phone. So like, if you please will put your phone away.
Wow, that's awesome.
No, I didn't actually say that to her. I didn't say like I don't want to watch your people get murdered, but I wanted to say it. But like I just asked her to put her phone away. That'd have been cold, but she was pissing me off. So that was just a quick story about theater etiquette. Nothing really too special, but like this Indian woman.
And what happened? Did she put her phone away after that, or?
Yeah, she did. I asked her once, she didn't do it, and then I asked her again, like a little bit more aggressively. The second time, she put it away and kept it away for the rest of the movie. So
thank God. Yeah.
There's honestly nothing worse than when someone's got the phone and it's the brightest setting.
Yeah, it was. It was like the brightest setting too, bro. Like, bro, I can't enjoy these Indian people getting murdered. You know what I'm saying? If you got your fucking photo full brightness.
I'm about to kill one more Indian. Hold up.
Shout out to the Indian people that's watching this. You know, obviously, you know I love y'all.
Hey, my great grandfather is full-blooded Indian. That's what my skin's so
nice.
red, right? Yeah, I can talk about
nice. Yeah. You know, I mean, no disrespect. No shit. I'm black, so too.
Yeah,
we're
both Blackfoots.
Blackfoots. There's a movie right there.
Trying to get that tribal money, motherfucker.
This stream is crazy. We told you it's gonna be crazy.
Right.
Mike, you wasn't ready for this.
Nah, and especially during The Revenant as well, man. Like that movie's so dark.
Yeah, that movie was shot with all natural light, so there was no light in that movie. Yeah. So when it was dark, it was dark.
Yeah. So you imagine seeing this big old digital bright screen like bam, bam, bam. I'm like, bitch. And she was an old lady too. You don't want to, you know, like you want to respect your elders, but like you gotta have some theater etiquette here. I'm trying to watch the movie. You sitting literally right next to me, bitch.
Yeah.
Put that shit away until it's over. It's fine. Or go out in the lobby. You know, check your phone.
Casino rights, bro. Well, Jaya, do you wanna wrap this up with the last story?
Sure. Yeah, I'll do something that's non-violent this time. It was 80 something. That movie Enemy Mines came out. It had Lou Gossett Jr. Yeah.
Dennis Quaid. Right?
There you go.
Yeah.
It was one of those movies where we seen that secondary again, South Sacramento State Theater. And we seen something else that night, and later on we snuck into this movie. But there was a 7-Eleven outside the movie theater, and this was during the winter time, so Sacramento gets down to about 30 degrees. For us Californians, that's cold. That's like freezing for us. And me and my cousin went. So what we did, we used to buy these things called Tony's pizzas. They're little microwave and little oven-based pizzas. And at the time, we didn't have microwaves in the 80s, so we bought these little pizza. So we cooked it in the oven for 24 minutes, and we cut it up nice, and we wrapped it in foil. What we did, we wrapped it in foil so tight that we could take it with us to the theater. And we had this big old bomber jackets, our starter jacket. We took the pizza and we slid it up under our jacket, so it stayed there. We went to 7-Eleven right outside. We both got big gulps and put them in our jackets.
Right.
And then we got a big ass bag of Doritos. So I paid for the movies. I got the Doritos and the pizza in my jacket. I'm like this. Here you go. Here's the money. Yeah, okay. And my cousin got the two big gulps in his jacket. He's walking in with his hands in his pockets, but he's holding the drinks underneath his jacket. So, like you, Q, I like sitting down front. I think third or fourth row back in those days were like the best seats. As we're walking down the aisle, and we turn and make a right turn to go down the aisle, as we're walking, we're pulling out all these snacks. Big old bag of Doritos. I bring out a pizza. He bring out the two big gulps. The people in that theater stopped and looked at us and did like this. Bravo. We snuck in a pizza, two big gulps, Doritos, and candy. They was like, I ain't mad. And then we took the foil off. That whole theater smelled like Tony's pepperoni pizza. And you know, we don't just eat. We grub. We was smack. We was like on our living room couch, boy. I'm looking at people next to us. They eating them hot dogs from the concession stand, going like this. So yeah, you wish we'd have some of this pizza, huh? But yeah, but back in them days, if you had a big ass jacket, man, I'm not paying for concession food. I'm sneaking shit in. But that was the biggest thing I've ever snuck in was a whole pizza, Doritos bag, and two. You know how big a big gulp is?
Yeah.
Oh man, I had orange soda. You know that, buddy.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. So when I've been to Florida in the past, like them big gulps are like that. They're huge. Like, if you have one of them, you're going to the toilet at least 4 times.
Oh yeah.
That movie, right?
Hell yeah.
And this is kind of like a knockoff movie. Like we seen cause back then we snuck into theaters all the time. So we snuck into that one. And I think we seen something else later on that night. But yeah, man, I just something because on a Friday night he was spending out of my house, my cousin. That was we was too young to go to the club. We wasn't 21 yet, so going to the movies and trying to meet chicks was a thing, you know.
Okay.
That was the thing back then, you know.
Yeah. Hey, like back in our day, we used to sneak human beings into the drive-in, like throw them in the trunk. You throw a couple little babies in the trunk, you know what I'm saying? A 4-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 12-year-old can fit in the trunk, and you don't have to pay for them. And we take the chicken in, a whole bucket of chicken, you know what I'm saying, a KFC chicken, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just smash that shit right over the car while watching the drive-in movie, son. My mama was the king of that. Like, the whole Ziploc bag with Twizzlers and fucking... and Twix in it, dog. Like, yo. That's how we ate, son.
Yo, Mike, let me tell you. Me and Q, we can attest to this. When I went to the drive-in theater, I paid for 2 people, but I went in the van. It was like 8 of us.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say this for a different. I'm gonna say this for a different episode, but hey, if you was my girlfriend and we went to the theater, I paid for you to get in. That was my job as, you know, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. But if you were somebody I was just kicking it with, your ass got in the trunk. And I drove in.
For real, this is real shit. I don't think this is what we're talking about.
Hatchback. And this is what I would sell them. I would drive and I would park. Why are we parking here? I said, look, baby, this is what it is. Are you hungry? Yes. Well, if you get in the trunk, I'll buy you some food. If you act like we're together, we ain't eating.
Damn.
Hey, it was like Dracula in the coffin. And I'm like, you know me, back then I had house speakers in my trunk.
Oh, hey, yeah, the house speaker days.
My wires, hey, man, I was a dog. I would go with the bumps on purpose. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
She's like, oh, shit.
And then I get out
this movie good.
And I'm parked in front of everybody. So when I open up the trunk of the car, in my case, a hatchback, again, everybody around me was like this. And shit get out trying to be all prim and prep. I'm embarrassed. Well, at least you're going to eat popcorn, motherfucker, so shut up.
My God, that'd make a great skit. Both stories.
Dude, I got a ton of stories about that, but yeah.
I just say we got
some ideas we got to hook up and do, man. We got some ideas, man.
I love the clapping thing. Real talk.
Man, I was a fool. Yeah, I had. Yeah.
Hey, put the motherfuckers in the trunk. You got kids, put them in the trunk.
I told you it was like.
The light gets darker, like boom. Yeah. It's like
and then I turn up the bass. I'm playing Dumb Girl on purpose. Dumb Girl. Dumb.
Let her out. He did that. You see
the homies was loving it. They was like, oh man, yeah.
He put that bitch in the trunk.
That is fantastic, man. I wish I could have seen that. I really do.
Yeah.
Oh, told you, Mike, I can do this all day. I got a ton of movie theater stories.
Yeah.
And a lot more drive-in stories. I missed the drive-in. We still got one here in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we still got the one here that's my first movie at. Yeah.
Yeah.
I go there at least twice a year. Just my place.
Yeah, nostalgia reasons. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if there was driving theaters here, I would be going to them more often. I've been to one driving experience, and that was a couple of years ago, and I got to see Back to the Future at a drive-in.
Oh, nice.
That was awesome.
Well, the cool thing about drive-ins back then, you could sneak in alcohol.
Yes.
Right.
You know, like Q said, you could sneak in human beings. You bring your own food. I mean, we had Tupperware full of like lasagna, homemade hamburgers.
Right.
This is an old school speaker from Fort Wyoming.
Speaker?
I got the original speaker. Yeah, somebody gave because I used to go to Fort Wyoming all the time, and one of my friends used to work there. He just gave me the OG speaker. It used to be part of the set, man.
Man, you cut that wire and stole that motherfucker. That's what you did.
Hey, don't tell nobody, man. Hey, I did. I cut the wire. And I put it in the trunk, and everybody looked at me like. Well, yeah.
Bravo.
These sound like shit, by the way, too.
They're terrible.
They're terrible. But that's all we had back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, that is great. Oh my God, that is a relic.
Yeah, right. And it's cold too. Like you can murder somebody when you hit somebody with this fucking thing, bro. It's like pure metal. Like yeah. They sound terrible too, but like
terrible. Like a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, like the whole movie sounds like this, but you know.
Yeah, it sounds like a drive-through at Jack in the Box.
Order, man.
A Whopper, motherfucker.
Yeah, you couldn't hear shit. This is definitely not Dolby Digital for sure.
Yeah, don't see Jurassic Park with that shit.
It's ruined it.
Yeah, the Raptors sound like cats.
You had to use your imagination. That's all we had. And a bucket of chicken and Tortito's pizza.
Right.
The good old days, man. The good old days.
All you need is a bomber jacket and a 20.
Hey, man, I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that bomber jacket sounds awesome. Mm-hmm. I honestly can't wait to hear what else you've snuck in.
Brother, if I took a date to the walk-in, she was bringing the biggest purse she ever can have. Bring that duffel bag purse you got. Yeah,
the duffel bag.
Because we putting all kind of grubby grubs in that motherfucker. We go to Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree.
Dollar
Tree got the same snacks as the movies. You know what I'm saying? The Raisinets for $1.
Yeah.
And in movie theater, $6. Like what? For show.
No, we fill your purse up.
Right. It's still like that now because like the cinema that I go to, like literally a 30-second walk around the corner, we've got a big supermarket that sells like a bag of chocolates for like £1. Inside the cinema, it's like £4 for the exact same fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I mean, I know they've got to pay their staff and stuff. You know, I get that, but
yeah.
£3 difference for a 30-second walk around the corner. I'm going around the corner.
I am a professional smuggler. Yes. You run jewels, I run snacks.
Yeah. Hey, Blacktastic can run some snacks in the theater in 31 parsecs like Han Solo. So you know. We ain't playing. Yeah.
So I just want to invite everyone once again to please go check out Blacktastic and Q Reviews channels. The links are in the description box. We're going to wrap this up. Before we do you guys have any last words to say?
Oh man, hey, again, Mike, I want to commend you. I noticed all the original content you're bringing to your channel. Bravo, brother. This is a great idea because these kind of stories you don't hear on YouTube, man. And you're opening up the portals of stories that haven't been tapped into for a long time. And I watched last week's episode and I heard Perez talking, and Rashad said, "Man, that's another YouTube content channel right there. Just Perez's stories." Right. And I'm telling you, between me, Q, and Rashad, we need to set up a camera and just talk. That's a small movie right there. And you give other people ideas off your content that you're providing. So bravo, man, bravo.
Man, thank you. And I honestly, as I said, if you three ever got together, I'd be front row. I'd be watching that day one. I would even tell Q, I'd be like, use that speaker, put a camera in it, and I'll watch it from here.
Yeah. We haven't did it often. I think we did it for Candyman. That's the last time we did something together, the three of us. But
yeah, that was fun.
man.
Yeah. I want to commend off what Blacktastic said too, man. I think the idea that you got here, movie horror stories, or just talk about theater etiquette here in general, I think it's a brilliant idea. When you told me, it's like, God damn, that's a brilliant idea. I wish I would have thought of it, you know what I'm saying, to do that, man. So I would keep going with this. Like, you can open up, like you said, you open up a portal, like Blacktastic said, to so many people, have so many stories. Everyone has stories about movie theaters, you know what I'm saying? We just broke it all down. Like, when we were talking about sneaking people in and, you know, sneaking snacks in and duffel bags, that's real shit, you know what I'm saying, that we came up with. I remember it like it was yesterday. So it was so fun just to revisit this and to revisit this time, like me sitting on top of the drive-in, all that, you know, and the crazy stories happen, man. You have a brilliant idea. I think this is gonna do gangbusters for you, bro.
Thank you.
It's a great idea, man. Yeah.
No,
Cool,
well, thanks, guys. And honestly, like that's why I love this series, because, like, you know, you guys have got stories for days, and like especially with the drive-ins, I've only ever done one in my life, which was a couple of years ago. So unless we kind of had the series, I wouldn't have heard these stories from you guys, and I would the audience who's watching this. So again, I just want to truly just thank you guys for doing this. Like, it's been one of the funniest experiences of my life, and last week's as well was just great. And again, just before we go, I just want to again invite anyone who's watching live after the fact, please go check out my guest channels, Q Reviews and Blacktastic Media. The links are in the description box to the funniest guys you'll meet on YouTube. And if you haven't laughed at this live stream, do you have a personality? I don't think so.
They're dead. They're dead.
Right.
Bravo, he's dead.
Thank you. But I just want to say thank you for everyone tuning in live after the fact, and until next time, we'll see you later.
Peace.